In my mind, everybody needs a utility disc in the bag. This is typically a disc that you don't pull out of the bag very often, but when you do, it's almost your get out of jail free card. In my mind, this disc is usually a very overstable disc. That way you can put on a lot of harsh angles when you're in the rough to get yourself out of there. I believe this disc could be very understable as well, in case you need to cut some corners on a lot of hyzer and let it flip, or if you need to throw a forehand hyzer and let it go left. With all that being said, today I have thought of a challenge for us to do, and that is to throw 9 holes with utility discs only. So these usually don't come out of the bag very often, but today we have to rely on them. Let me show you what I have. First 2 on the list are our overstable approach discs. We have a Zone OS and we have the AGL Baobab, practically a mini tilt. Those 2 are very, very similar. Next up, I think everybody can agree this is a utility disc through and through, but we have the tilt. Of course, I couldn't come out here without the tilt. For this next one, I would say it depends on your arm speed if this is a utility disc or not. But we have the Captain's Raptor. I think if you have a slower arm speed, you definitely could use this as a utility disc. And then, last but not least, I told you very understable, we have the Rollo, the most fun disc to come out of 2023. I am putting with my Warden, kind of cheating, but we need all the help we can get. You know the rules, we have to use each disc at least 1 time here. It's a pretty short and straight shot, so I'm gonna try a little Zone OS. A little short, but that's a good start. I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm shooting for even par out here today because I think this could be a pretty difficult challenge with these overstable discs. We'll find out though. I guess there's no surprise that this landed left of the basket. I think this is just outside circle, so I'm gonna step this one off. Drop. What are the odds of that? All right guys, hole 2 here. Par 4, 399. Looks like there's a couple trees that came down. I feel like I got to get this disc out of the way. So we're going to try to go tilt here. Usually I would throw forehand flex, but I'm trying to stay away from the forehands because my elbow is just freaking killing me. I should be staying away from disc golf, but you know, that's impossible. That is why it's a utility disc. Stop. Let me know down in the comments if you actually bag a tilt or if people forgot about the tilt by now. All right, good old tilt landed right here, and you can see the white band behind those trees there. I'm gonna try to take this right side hyzer, see if we can get back there, and try to go with the Baobab. This thing's kind of scary to throw though. It's literally like a miniature tank, I don't know. I hit it perfect, go. Okay, no skip, which is fine. I wish that skipped, but we're gonna have a putt at it. It's hilarious that I am throwing max power at, I don't know, 260 feet, maybe. My math could be wrong on that. All right, a little straddle putt. Not my favorite putt in the world. You guys probably know this by now. The fact that we have a putt at this basket though is incredible. Drop. That's okay, that's okay. Pars are fine, pars are okay. Hole 3, par 4, 381 feet. This one sits on the right side on this tree line. So you might be thinking, Max, can we throw Rollo here? Well, it's actually better to be left, so I'm gonna go with the Captain's Raptor. It will have no problem to be left, and then we can throw something to the basket. Rollo is definitely not going 381 feet for me. Maybe if I had my friend Beegs here though, he'd make it happen. Captain's Raptor is gonna be the closest disc to a normal flyer for us today. That is perfect. If I was trying to cheat here, I would just take the Captain's Raptor and throw it every tee shot, since it is the most like a normal disc, but we're not cheaters, so we're not gonna do that. Swing. I won't lie to you. I thought that was gonna be a horrible shot. I'm so thankful that's so overstable. Utility discs only, kind of. More like overstable discs only. Quick shout out to my sponsors and some discount codes for you guys. DiscGolfDealsUSA.com has pretty much any disc you can imagine. Go shop with them and use code MAXS10 for 10% off your order. Video Sports, shout out to them for keeping my feet comfortable and dry. Cannot go wrong with their disc golf shoes. Code SYNCUPMAX for 10% off their website, so make sure you go do that. All these links are down in the description. Thank you guys. We got hole 4 here, par 4. It sits up on that hill. 200 Just kidding, 307 feet. I am going to be using Rollo here. Only disc we haven't used. That does not count as a stroke, by the way. I need a ton of hyzer, and we should be able to just watch this thing flip up. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I could definitely see it getting you out of some trouble if you trust it and if you're good with it. That's about all I can ask for. Oh, that's kind of good. A little short, but hopefully we can get up the hill. So Rollo lands here. Honestly, kind of a perfect landing zone because the basket is right there. I know I just threw a forehand back there on my approach, but that wasn't very far. And usually those ones don't really affect me. Since this is uphill, it's kind of a further forehand. That's usually what I'd go with. But we're just gonna pick up the Rollo again. Throw the same shot we just did. This time we just have to go up a hill, miss a couple trees. This is gonna be a tough shot. Oh my, Max. That is so money. I don't even need a forehand anymore. I'm just gonna throw that disc. My friend Beagle will be proud of that shot. If you can even see it in camera, I know it's so far uphill. I just cannot believe I have a birdie. Look at this after throwing 2 Rollo shots. We are cooking now. Is that 2 under? No bogeys yet. I just spoke them into existence. That's actually incredible. That is so awesome. I can't believe we just did that. Sometimes I don't even birdie that with my normal bag. Maybe I should just bag the Rollo from now on. Hole 5, 216. I'm thinking this is just a perfect Rollo shot again. See if we can get this thing to travel really straight this time. That's gonna turn. That's all right, that's all right. We needed to be humbled. As a humbling experience after our last hole. I thought I was a pro with it, I'm not though. Oh, that's awful, that's awful. You know, as I think about this, I am kind of cheating, I feel like. It would have been a good video idea to throw utility shots off the tee with the utility discs. And what I mean by that is like tomahawks, thumbers, rollers, you know, I should be throwing those types of shots right now off the tees, and that would have made it very, very interesting and probably very, very difficult. Hole 6 here, absolute bomber. 423 it says. We're going Captain's Raptor. I think this will go the farthest. Hyzer's so fast. That's fine though. A whopping 200 feet. There's the basket we're going to. I'm thinking Rollo on this left side. You know what? I actually lied. The reason being is because I've thrown the Rollo a lot the past couple of holes. So I'm gonna go with the Baobab because we've only thrown it 1 time. I have no idea if I can get this to the basket, but I feel bad that we haven't thrown it much. Oh, it's perfect. And that's not gonna skip or anything. What a cheat code. We're here to stay. 126 feet. Crazy line you have to hit. We're going Rollo, baby. I threw it like a grenade and it's so good. You're so good. Rollo is so good. What is going on? Here's the thing. Sometimes it's hard to be long on this hole, but I don't care if I'm long or short. As long as I'm out of the tunnel, then I'm fine. And now I know the shot is actually a Rollo on a vertical angle. You hit the gap easily and you know it's still gonna fly like a normal disc once it flips up to flat. Incredible. Even if I par this, I don't care. And we birdied. And we're just doing the dang thing right now. I mean, I thought this video was gonna be very difficult and we're just making it happen. Hole 8, the furthest hole we'll play today, 855 feet. It's the return of the tilt, only because I think we've thrown it 1 time. That's fine. Captain's Raptor from there. At least we can say we used it again. That's fine. Just gotta penetrate the gap next time. Little by little, but we're getting there. So this hole finishes right. The biggest thing is to penetrate this gap, like get through there somehow. That way the upshot isn't difficult for par. I don't think I'm going for the basket. I'm just trying to get through the tree line here. Oh, yes. Perfect. A little bit of an interesting range we're working with. There is water that runs behind the basket, so we want to be short of that. We're going to try to go with the Baobab. And it's perfect. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for me. All right, we got hole 9 here, par 4. I think this is in C, 390 feet. Honestly, I don't know what the play is here. I'm thinking Captain's Raptor, little hyzer on the right side. That's perfect. That's all I wanted. Okay, that rolled so far. I liked it until it hit that tree. I thought it was around the tree that it hit, and it clearly wasn't. You can kind of see the basket dead in front of me. I do have a tree that I got to contend with. I'm gonna go Zona West here because I think it'll hold over a little bit longer than the Baobab does. Not that long though. Dang it. That just needed to be thrown harder so that it held the Annie. The Baobab would have come out immediately, so I'm glad I went with the Zona West, but still not great. Not bad run. Ending it off with a par. I'll be honest with you, these are get out of jail free cards is what some people would call them. But today, I felt like we weren't in any trouble or any danger at all, which is kind of hilarious. In fact, we played really well. I think I shot 4 down with these discs. So there you have it. The white tees, as users forward, they're not hard. This is all you need. I'm just kidding, guys. I think I just played very lucky today. I hope you enjoyed this fun little challenge. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on the next one.